Hey everybody, Nick here, and today I got a one brand collection video for you. Imagine if you had to sell off your entire knife collection and rebuild using options just from one brand. Which would you do? And today we're going to do cold steel. So my choices here are a good everyday carry blade, a budget-friendly choice, a fear-friendly knife for people who are generally afraid of the world, or at least for people being around them. Classy carry choice, harder use, a fixed blade, and a bonus blade. And of course, the rules: a given knife can fill multiple categories. Money is not the deciding factor. Prices and availability are current as of July 2019, and you can share your choices below, but of course, preferences can't be wrong. From Cold Steel, we got lots of options here. On the everyday carry front, I can't believe I'm saying this, but the Broken Skull. It's the douchiest freaking knife name ever. Actually, that's not true. There have been a lot of douchey knife names. But at the very least, it is in the great annals of knife naming douchitude out there. But it's actually a reasonably nice knife. It's sort of a big knife. It's big. It's kind of murdery. It's a little scary. And unfortunately, they don't make one with, say, a nice, silver scale and a satin blade. That would be nice, and certainly not send people diving under the tables in Starbucks. But nevertheless, it is actually a pretty solid choice for everyday carry. It works pretty well. It's well enough ground. It's a safe tool. It's something to consider. But yeah, another good option in this domain would be like the Code 4. It's a little slippery, but you know what? It's another absolutely solid knife for the American lawman, something like that. In terms of a budget blade, also a good fear-friendly choice would be the Tough Light. It's $30, but you know what? It works well. It's got kind of the feeling of a utility blade here. It's a nice little choice. Next, the classic carry, the Cold Steel Lucky One. It's a little slip joint kind of thing. If they didn't have this on the blade, it would be 90% classier, but nevertheless, it's actually a nice little piece. Could be a whole lot worse. And so that's a nice classy carry choice. For harder use, the 8015 absolutely wins. It is kind of ridiculous, but it is great. You could also consider the 4MAX or the 8010, but for me, this is just a great frankly, this could have been my choice for everyday carry knife. It's a little big, a little beefy for a lot of people, but this could easily be your only knife, and I think you could be very happy with it if you're happy on the longer side or the bigger side. For fixed blades, there is really no other option but the Templar throwing axe. It's $20. I've never actually handled one of these because I don't tend to throw axes, but this is about as Cold Steel gets. Throwing axe, which is already a little jackassy. Templar. Oh yeah. I'm digging the idea of the existence of this knife, and I feel like it gets at the core of what Cold Steel is. It is a company that sells throwing axes that, oh yeah. They've got a bunch of other fixed blades out there, but for me, this really captures the essence. But maybe even better capturing the essence is the Espada XL. You look at this, you think, well, Nick, that's a weird-looking knife, but whatever. This thing is huge. Like, it would not fit on the camera right now in this current configuration. Watch my review of it. This is in some ways the coldest and steeliest of the Cold Steels. It is an absolutely ridiculous knife, but you know what? It's well-done ridiculousness. It is meant for nothing but jackassing, but that's okay. That's the point. And so for me, at least, this absolutely 100% would have to be the bonus blade. This is a knife that I have absolutely no use for, but would kind of secretly like to own at some level, just because it is so completely over the top and ridiculous that it just captures the entire ethos of the brand, in my opinion. So, at least to me, that's what I would choose for Cold Steel. I hope this has been interesting to you. Have yourselves an absolutely wonderful rest of your day. Bye now.